How's it going, everybody? I'm going to take a few minutes today and talk about customer service. And number one, I'll talk about my opinion. I'm going to show you a couple of examples from eBay, Etsy, Amazon, and basically my suggestion about what you should do in these kinds of situations. I've done this for a while now, where I've experienced, or let's go with provided. I've provided great customer service. I've provided bad customer service, and this was actually when I was starting out, and it was because of my beliefs, which I'll share in a minute. Uh, in the end, what I've learned over the years, and I'll show through these examples, is that satisfy your customer. If you have to lose some money, but satisfy your customer. Provide good customer service. And then, you know what? I'm going to show you. I'm going to get into these examples right away, but I wanted to leave you with that, and I'll provide my opinions as we go through some of these examples. But my overall, I guess, opinion is that the customer is not always right. Like that's a fact. However, for the I guess the business sense, for your own selfish reasons, make it seem like they are. Give them what they want, because losing the cost of your product sometimes costs actually way less than getting bad reviews on Etsy or eBay, or going from a top seller to an above average or below average, or I can't remember what the levels are on eBay, uh, or not being a star seller on Etsy. All of that is a direct result of your service. So I'm going to show you a couple of examples and give you my thoughts on some of this. So we have to read bottom up, because these are the first messages that I receive, and then responses and so on. So this one, and I've covered my name, I've covered other people's names, personal information, all that kind of stuff. So this person, this is actually a fun one, right? This person says, "Hello, if I purchase this shirt right now, is there any way that I could receive it by Friday for sure? I need to wear it to a baby shower on Sunday. Thank you for your time." So my response is, "Hi there. While I would love to sell you this shirt, I have to say no. It's too big of a risk. All of our shirts are custom printed, and even if we were ready, if if we get it ready for tomorrow, it only still leaves us with 2 days." So, I say, "I'm sorry. The earliest that I believe the shirt would arrive would have been the following Tuesday." So this was back in July. The person says, "I appreciate your honesty. I'm still going to order it. Uh, hope for the best. If it doesn't arrive before the baby shower, I can still wear it later. Thank you for the time." This resulted in an order. So what I did was I shipped it expedited, and I don't know if it made it on time, but this customer was happy just because of the communication and the honesty. So I would say, don't go for that sale. If you kind of push that sale, if you're kind of saying, I'm going to say whatever I can, I'm going to promise that they're going to receive this item, but you're not sure, you might lose future business. You might actually get a bad review. My number one or top priorities are return business and positive reviews. I have learned that on eBay, that on Etsy, on Amazon, positive reviews are the whole purpose of this business, right? Minus making money. So for $4 or $5 that you're gonna make from this sale, um, and get a bad review, that could cost you a lot more than you realize. So honesty is your policy in this situation. This one is actually one of my favorites. This one I had a big, huge problem with eBay, because even after I reported this, eBay didn't stop, block their messages or anything, because this person was actually committed to sending me a daily message, basically just swearing. These are Google translations from their messages. If anybody actually speaks Spanish, you would know exactly what it says. But here's the situation: the person purchased an item, it was shipped within the promised time. Tracking was provided, but they still didn't care, and they kept emailing me every single day. Uh, and I actually loved it. I was kind of, when it was all over, I was kind of missing these messages, because to me, um, it doesn't matter. But in this case, I actually went through I didn't go through the direct messaging. What I did was simply update, like I responded to the first message, I simply update and confirm tracking, provided tracking information, and then I figured eBay would actually step in, if there were any threats or anything like this, but they didn't. This person was still actually able to leave me a negative review, and I argued that with eBay. You can send them a message, but nothing had changed. So this was actually very disappointing, because the person did receive their item within a promised time, but it was just, I'm not going to use labels, but this was a unique situation. So this kind of stuff can happen. Again, my advice in this situation is do not get sucked into it. Simply let them be, let them do this kind of stuff. And what you're doing is you're running a business, so you don't have time to concentrate on every single, insult or anything that might come your way. So again, we're reading this backwards, right? So this person, his name is Mike, received an item. This was a purchase through eBay. And he basically says, "Hello, and thank you for the speedy arrival of my order. Although the quality and size of the t-shirt is just fine, the words and design just seem a little bit off. The size appears too big and off-centered. In fact, the imagery is also a bit too low on the shirt. See attached pictures. Is it possible to raise the print slightly higher up my chest and shrink the design so it's more centered on my chest?" So this person actually attached two pictures. Now, I've sold many of these designs, if not exactly the same, same design but different text, and haven't received any complaints or anything like that. Basically, after I reviewed the pictures, I could tell right away that it was not due to the actual print or the quality of the shirt, but it was the person's body type. So, for example, if somebody who usually wears large or medium wore that shirt and put it on, and didn't have the type of body that this person did, it would have been completely fine. But on them, it actually, this is a perfect description, it did look a little off. Again, this person was swimming in this shirt, but they still wanted, the same size. So I don't usually do this, because for me, it's not worth, for example, like I said, $5-6, especially to waste time. But I did it for this reason, because I figured it would generate a new sale and maybe return business later on. So I basically just responded. I always go with nice. I always give, thank people and all that kind of stuff. Thank you for your feedback, sending those pictures. You look great in that shirt. I've made a unique listing according to your specifications so that you can look at it more closely if you wish. Link below. I want to let you know that the original position, the size of the print is standard, and we have thousands of designs with the same positioning. So the one that I'm sending you is specific to you, which means that it might fit the best on you for your body type. We've raised the text by a few inches and made it about 25% smaller. So if I was to send this or sell this to anybody else, for example, with let's just talk about size large, with a body that would actually fit a size large, this would look a little bit off. The text would be a little too small. The positioning of it would be too high. But again, for this person, the way that they like to wear the shirts, or their shirts in general, this was perfect. And again, generated a new sale. So that was kind of my goal here. This one, this was interesting. And I have two examples that are kind of on the same topic. So this person submitted that they need help with their order. The order didn't arrive. The ideal resolution was a refund. Now, here's a screenshot of what the USPS delivery service indicates, and it actually said delivered. So I responded, hi there, thank you for your message. According to track information, it indicates that the package has arrived. Can you confirm? And so no responses after this, which means that the person most likely has found the shirt. They didn't, I guess, think to check anywhere else the first time, and that was simple enough. The reason I've included this here is because it happens more often than you think, and I want to let you know that in case you are dealing with companies like Printful or other services like that. And here's another example. Let me just zoom in here to actually show you the text. So what happens is, again, I do work with Printful, and so this is from Amazon. So somebody says, it says that the package was delivered, but I checked everywhere that I get the package is delivered, not in the mailbox and not on my front porch. Please resend the item. So again, when I get a request like this, I usually don't like to play around. I like I said previously, I will lose the money, whatever my cost is, and I will actually resend them the package just to satisfy them, because in the past I have been stubborn, and if it actually says delivered, like this person indicated, I'm assuming it's delivered, but I'm not gonna say that it's 100%, because shipping services do lose the packages sometimes. They will leave it at their neighbors, but again, I have enough experience now to know that. So my response was, and again, right away, what I've said is, I'm sorry to hear the item hasn't arrived. Again, give them what you know that they need. Say sorry, thank them. Even if it's hard for you to do this, do it for your business, right? So I'm sorry to hear the item hasn't arrived. We definitely don't mind resending the package. We will wait until Monday. So this was sent, I believe, on Friday. And basically, I said, we'll wait until Monday to process the new shipment. Please let us know if there are any updates until then. We've had situations in the past where USPS drops off the item as recorded, but leaves it with the neighbor. We'll contact you with the new shipping details. So my intention here was to give it until Monday, which again is just 2 days, and I'm kind of using like the business hours or whatever I guess implication here that you want to think of to say that I'm not going to process this on the weekend. But in my situation, what I was doing, and again based on my experience, is just buying time. And again, look at this. I received the package yesterday. They must have selected deliver by mistake and then did not drop off the package. No need to send the package again. Thank you for responding. And then I just basically responded with thank you for the update. I really appreciate it. So in this case, I was providing great customer service, but did not lose that money, which I was actually willing to lose, because I know that if I lose $20 or $30 in sending 2 items to somebody, who in the end is actually satisfied, versus somebody who's very, very unhappy, who will leave negative feedback, negative comments, and then the health of my store will actually drop. It will cost me a lot more. So this one, let me just shrink this a little bit. So we will go from here. I didn't actually. Oh, yes, I did. Okay, because I wanted to close it with this. So this one, the person purchased something, and then this is again through Etsy. The issue, don't want the item anymore. Ideal resolution, I want a refund. Love the shirt, but my friend is no longer, whatever the occasion is. Great for him, but because of this, I need to return the shirt if possible. Thank you. And I'll have to blur this out. So this is just a notification from Etsy. They're basically saying, heads up, if you're unable to resolve this, the person may be eligible to actually open a case. So that's the last thing you want to do. You don't want to go through any of this, and then the person basically just said, just to confirm, this is the return address. So in my mind, I'm thinking they're going to return it to Printful. I'm going to lose the money anyways. You can't resell that shirt. So basically my response was this: "Hi, no need to return it. Hopefully your friend never needs this shirt, but if he does, you can gift him that one. Our shirts are custom prints, and there's no need, spelling mistake, for you to go through the trouble of returning it." In my mind, what I was thinking is positive review. This person can keep the shirt. My total expense is probably $13-14. I didn't mind it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And here it is. This the 5-star review. The person said fast shipping and good quality, funny shirt. So I'll leave it here. I'll go. Let's leave it with this one. This one's my favorite. So, my opinion, the customer is not always right. There are bad customers. Even when they receive the item, they might claim that they didn't. People do this regularly. I'm glad I don't run into too many of those. But again, keep in mind, the number one thing that you need to do is keep the health of your store high. If you're a top seller on eBay, do not lose that. If you're a star seller on Etsy, do not lose that. Respond to customers as soon as possible. Provide great customer service. This is one of your business costs. This is lost revenue, for example, for refunds, for returns, for replacements, whatever the case is. Sometimes the reason might be ridiculous. And that's your opinion, right? I go back to the goal is to have your store in good standing and never lose, like I said, the top seller or the star seller title. Because once you start losing that, you will notice very, very quickly the drop in sales. Like I said, that will cost you a lot more than the price and the cost of this item if you have to resend it. So again, the customer is not always right. I actually wanted to do a number of videos where Etsy and eBay and Amazon don't have those protections for sellers that they do for buyers. But again, that's just my frustration in these cases. If I didn't use their platforms, I would be losing thousands of dollars every single month. But again, I'm at the point where I don't mind paying $15 or $30 for a good review, right? So anyways, these are the examples that I've run into. I have so many more. I get multiple emails and messages from customers every single day on every platform. So again, I have so much experience in this, but if you had asked me 5 years ago, my opinion would have been very different, because I would have been a lot more stubborn, because I didn't realize how much it could cost me in the long run not to provide great customer service, even if you're dealing with somebody like this, and it goes against everything that you stand. It's again, you're in this is a business. You're in this to make money. I'll leave it here. Thank you guys. I'll talk to you soon.